Hey friends, in this video, I'll demonstrate how we can make this stunning piece of geometric art, starting with just a simple circle using 4 easy steps in Inkscape. Even a beginner in Inkscape will be able to get this done in a matter of minutes. Now, let's jump into Inkscape.
Step 1 is to make sure we have the correct version of Inkscape. Check this by using Help, About Inkscape. We can see the version number in the drawing and also in the lower right corner. The tool we'll use later was introduced in version 1.3 from July of 2023. Make sure we're at least at that level. If not, go to the official Inkscape website and upgrade to the latest release. I did this myself recently. If you want to follow along with me, let's make sure our environment is the same. In the document properties, I have the page set to 8.5 by 8.5 inches. The page is white with no border. I'll set my display unit to inches for this project. Step 2 is to build the geometric pattern. We'll start with a simple circle by using the ellipse tool and holding Shift and Control to make it a perfect circle. Use the selection tool to select it. Adjust the fill and stroke so the color is red and there is no stroke. Let's make the circle's diameter half the size of our page. To do this, lock the proportions here and set the width to 4.25 inches and hit Enter. Now, let's align the circle to the page's top and left edge. To start building the pattern, duplicate the circle with Ctrl-D and align it to the right corner of the page. Then Ctrl-D again and align it to the bottom right. And one more Ctrl-D and align it to the bottom left. I'm going to give the circles different colors. I'll also select them all and lower the opacity way down so we can better see what comes next. I grouped them all together in the background. Now, use Ctrl-D to duplicate them. Click them one more time to show the rotation handles. Hold Ctrl and rotate them one step to the right, which is 15 degrees. Repeat this process, always using the current copy, until we've done the process 5 times. This leaves us with 6 copies of each colored circle. Altogether, it looks like a larger circle. We covered all 360 degrees of the larger pattern since we rotated each colored circle 15 degrees 6 times for 90 degrees, and 4 circles of each color for a total of 360 degrees. We can see the shapes of the final pattern in the overlapping of all these circles. Step 3 is to capture the shapes we want by using the Shape Builder tool. To use this, we need to select all the shapes we want to work with. While they are selected, let's change them all to red and bring the opacity back to 100%. Now we'll use the Shape Builder. See the tool's options in the upper left. With the Add option, we can select the shapes we want to keep. We can click them one by one, and they will remain separate shapes. If we drag the cursor between connected shapes, they will merge into a single shape. Use Ctrl-Z to undo the last action if you need to. If we click the X after the word Finish, it will not save our selections. The Delete option works the same way, but in reverse, as we can see here. Usually, we'll only use the Add or Delete option by itself, depending on what we want to accomplish. When we click the Finish check mark, we'll keep our selections. If we're not happy with that, we can still use Ctrl-Z to undo the result. Now, let's use the Shape Builder tool again to get to the final design we want. In Add mode, I'll start with the top center shape, and then each shape in a straight line down until we stop at the center circle. Now, with those shapes as guides, I'll speed up the video and move around each level to make my selections. Okay, now we can click Finish to see the result. Wow, very nice. It actually looks like a three-dimensional ball. Step 4 is to add a pop of colors. I'm not really the best color coordinator, so I always look for guidance at this stage. I found this site that provides inspiration with 41 different beautiful color palettes. I placed a link for this site in the description. Here's the first one they feature, and I'll copy each of these RGB codes into my own personal color swatches. Here are the swatches with each of those RGB codes. My intention is to alternate colors in the order of the swatches for the shapes around the circle. I'll also alternate colors from the outside in. I'll speed up the video now to finalize this coloring process by selecting every fourth shape while holding the Shift key to make them all a particular color. I just noticed that I missed selecting one of the smaller inner shapes with the shape builder. That's no big deal. In the background, I'll duplicate one of its neighbors, move it into place, and give it the proper color. Done! Let's select everything now and group it all together. We can make the width 8.5 inches with the proportions locked and align it to the center of the page. For the final pop of color, let's make a perfect circle of 8.5 inches, give it a color like red, align it to the center of the page, and drop it to the lower level. I think I'll use the saturation slider here to make the red circle a darker shade. Nice. Another option for the background circle is to use a radial gradient like this. If you want to learn how to use a radial gradient, there's a section on that in my video on coloring mandalas. There's a link for that in the description. Let's put that circle behind the colored pattern. All right, that looks good too. Let's go to the outro.
Wow, that was a lot of fun. Now let's recap the steps to make stunning geometric art in Inkscape. First, make sure you're on version 1.3 or higher. Second, build your geometric shape. Now I used only one shape in this video, but you can start with multiple shapes, overlap them any way you want, and you'll come up with some interesting new shapes. Third, use the Shape Builder tool to build your pattern. And finally, add pops of color to really make your design stand out. Now here's another example of a piece I completed where I started with a square and a rectangle. And here's another piece where I started with a trapezoid and an ellipse. The geometric art we can create using this process is only limited by our own imaginations. I hope you have fun trying this process out yourself. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.